Lately, I've been thinking about coping. Not healing, not fixing, not thriving, just coping. And I want to talk about something that doesn't get enough credit: healthy distraction, at least for me. Because for a long time, I thought distraction meant avoidance, like I was failing to deal with my problems. But I'm starting to see it differently. When my mind has nothing to do, it doesn't rest. It splinters and spirals. It replays conversations. It predicts disasters. It convinces me I've already failed. And I noticed a pattern. The worst days were when things were hard. They were when I was, the worst days weren't when things were hard. They were when I was waiting. My bad. Waiting for money, waiting for answers, waiting to be hired, waiting for stability, waiting on God. Later. That empty space is dangerous when you live with depression or anxiety. So I started using distraction deliberately, or I know how to distract myself well. Not numbing, not escaping reality forever, just keeping my brain occupied enough that it can't turn on me. Writing, I started gaming, organizing, learning new skills, and working on this channel. These aren't a waste of time, they are pressure valves. I could release the pressure constructively in a healthy manner. I'm not saying distraction heals trauma at all. It does not. I have been without my medication since April 2025. It is February 2026, but it keeps me functional long enough to survive seasons I can't control. And that matters right now. It's all I can do to keep myself from drowning in it. We're also living in a time where the world feels unstable. Rent is due again. I literally just paid this month's rent yesterday. It's due again in less than 2 weeks, and I don't have it. Jobs are scarce. They say they're hiring, but I'm not getting hired. And they're still hiring 4 and 5 months later. I followed up yesterday, and they haven't hired anyone. I'm probably overqualified, right? I was told it's hard to get on there for some reason, which means they've heard other people ask about anyone hiring in the area, because that's exactly what I did. Which translates into overworking the people they do have and not hiring new people they need. I've searched the surrounding area, and without a car, it's nearly impossible in this city. I remember someone who moved here from Ohio. This is Kansas City, Missouri, or Missouri, as we like to call it, because it's a red state. That's all I'll say about that. She told me she had to buy a car to get around this city. The bus system is not as efficient as it is where she's from. I believe it. I have found that out myself. We're 3 miles from the nearest bus stop right now. This country feels loud and angry as it is, and unsafe even inside a car. In that environment, telling people to just relax or stay positive and choose happiness is redundant. Staying busy isn't denial, it's regulation. I used to judge myself for needing to distract myself from misery. Now I see it as self-knowledge. self-acceptance. I know what happens when I sit alone with my thoughts for too long. So I have to intervene. That's not weakness, that's strategy. If you've been surviving by staying busy, you're not wrong or too high strung. You're doing what you can with the tools that you have. You're doing what you can with the tools that you have. And if you're here, maybe you're learning to recognize your own patterns too. This space isn't about pretending everything's fine. It's about staying upright long enough to build something better from scratch if you have to, like me. Healthy distraction isn't always avoidance. Sometimes it's how you keep your mind from turning on you. When I have nothing to do, my thoughts spiral. So I stay busy, not always to escape life, but to survive it. That's not failure, that's self-awareness. Please consider liking and subscribing and leave your coping skills in the comment. I am very interested to see what yours are if you have them. I read every single one and respond when I can. I appreciate you. Thanks for sitting with me.